The film opens with a man named John, a Marine, arriving at his girlfriend's house, Erin. There, John meets Erin's parents and tells them he wants to marry her. Upon hearing their daughter's proposal, Erin's parents are delighted and agree to John's marriage. That night was John's inauguration as a Marine. Erin is overjoyed, and so is John. Erin's mother always reminds her daughter to be a good wife. Marriage isn't always about happiness. There will always be problems and trials. After the wedding, Erin moves with John to Marine boot camp in California. There, she is welcomed by Ash, the wife of John's comrade. Shortly thereafter, Erin also meets Chris, John's classmate. John and Erin's life is going smoothly. John trains while Erin waits at home, surrounded by kind friends. Until one day, after returning home from practice, Erin shared the happy news. She was pregnant with their first child. That night, Erin called her best friend and shared the happy news. There, she saw Chris sitting alone, wondering what he was doing. A few days later, Erin woke up feeling something was wrong with her stomach. She was immediately rushed to the hospital, and it turned out she had miscarried. Erin was devastated by this incident, while John continued to try to calm her down and say they could try again. Erin was still traumatized by this incident, even refusing to be intimate with John. One day, while walking alone, she accidentally met Chris. Chris then offered her a ride and took her somewhere. Chris invited Erin to his aunt's horse farm, and it turned out Erin really liked horses. Erin was truly happy. For a moment, she was able to forget the trauma she was experiencing. One night, Chris visited Erin's house. They watched TV together, but unexpectedly, they kissed, even though John was in the room. As the days went by, their relationship grew closer. They saw each other frequently, and several times they nearly got intimate. Chris's aunt was also aware of their closeness, but she chose to remain silent and let the relationship continue. Their relationship spiraled out of control. They always found ways to meet and be intimate, even at Ash's house. Ash accidentally witnessed their behavior and warned Erin to change, promising not to tell John. However, Erin seemed unconcerned. She continued her relationship with Chris, even seeing each other as if they were lovers. Until one night, Chris's wife, Nicole, opened his phone and found his conversation with Erin. Nicole was furious, and an argument ensued. Nicole demanded that Chris end the relationship, or she would teach Erin a lesson herself. Erin overheard the argument from her home. The next day, Erin and Chris agreed to keep their distance for the common good. Then, Erin and John decided to go home and visit their mother. There, Erin's mother told her that John was a good person, so Erin shouldn't take him for granted. Long story short, they returned to the training camp, but a short time later, Nicole came to see Erin. She was furious and revealed everything in front of everyone, including John. Despite being betrayed, John didn't abandon Erin. He forgave her and gave her a chance to change. He even forgave Chris, even though he should have taught her a lesson. Until one day, Erin felt nauseous and discovered she was pregnant again for the second time. It was unclear whose child it was, John's or Chris's. A few days later, Erin said goodbye to John and said she would return soon. However, since then, Erin has disappeared. John, confused about her whereabouts, reported the matter to the authorities, who helped locate her. The investigation began, many people were questioned. There the police also began to know that there had previously been a problem there because of the relationship between Erin and Chris. The police also began to suspect that John was the mastermind behind all this, but the suspicion was not proven. Until finally the police began to investigate Chris and interrogate him. Chris's friend also said that not far from where they were training there was an old, abandoned mine. The police then began investigating the area. They had difficulty finding any clues, until they finally found Erin, who had already died. It turned out that when Erin said goodbye to John, she had already arranged to meet Chris at a certain location. There, they promised to live together, leaving John and Nicole behind. However, Chris was reckless and killed Erin. Chris was arrested while attempting to flee the border with his family. At trial, Chris was sentenced to life in prison for his premeditated actions. Ultimately, the film was completed. This film is based on a true story and is included in the book Secrets of a Marine's Wife.